Some doctors say news of hate crimes may take a toll on our bodies. And joining us now to talk about that is Dr. Kien Vu. He is a performance and longevity MD and author. Thank you so much for talking with us today. So you say hate crimes can be like a poison to your body. Talk more about that.
Yeah, poisons aren't just something you eat or drink. It could be a thought, an idea, and an emotion. And as I talk about in my book, Thrive State, thoughts and emotion actually causes biochemical changes that affect our physical bodies. And the emotions of anger, of fear, of hate, of resentment, those emotions actually increases inflammation. It decreases our immune system and puts us prone to getting chronic disease, both mental and physical.
You've talked about being bullied in your childhood. What impact did that have on you?
Yeah, I've been called chink growing up throughout my childhood. I've been told to go back to my home country and that I've got no place in America. And for me, it really left me growing up feeling less than, feeling like I'm not worthy, left me feeling like I was not enough. And that inability to express yourself as who you really are, that causes stress in our body. And for me, it caused me to, go through bouts of anxiety and some bouts of depression. For others, I know that it has caused a lot of mental health disturbances, including major depression, suicidal ideation, and actually death for some people.
Yeah, it has those terrible effects on people, and like you said, their mental health. And it's not just the victims of hate crimes, it's also the ones who are committing the acts.
Indeed. People actually experience the stress a little bit differently, but the committers of hate crimes, that anger, that fear, that resentment they feel inside their body, as I mentioned earlier, it increases inflammation in their body, it lowers their immune system. They also get mental and physical chronic disease. In fact, there are numerous studies that demonstrate people that are really indulging in those feelings of hate and anger live shorter lives.
It's so interesting because I was just having this conversation the other day about saying forgiveness is not about the other person, it's about you and releasing that out of you. And that's sort of what you're touching on here.
100%. I always say that we need to be the change that we want to see in the world. And that's a quote from Gandhi. And forgiveness is something, if we could let go of those emotions within ourselves, we free ourselves from those poisons in our body.
Sure. So how can we protect ourselves both mentally and physically?
Well, first thing we need to do is be aware that there is a problem. There is a problem in the idea of hate that separates us, and that separation of us does have physical effects, and it's also dividing us as a nation. What we also need to do is advocate for resources to protect people, and that's really banding together as a community, reporting hate crimes, and protecting people that are most vulnerable. The last thing is understanding, again, that it's this thought, it's this idea that's causing these physical manifestations in our body. And because there's that thought, there is also the other thought that we are loved. Just because we are alive right now, we are worthy, we are enough. And if we could start to embody that and know that no matter what within ourselves, we start that process of healing, and we reverse all those negative detrimental effects that hate has on our bodies from before.
Right. It almost acts as a shield.
Yeah.
All right. Dr. Kien Vu, thank you so much.
It's